What's up, everybody? My name is Justin French, covering music for those who care. Let me get the album title out of the way so I can just go ahead and bash whatever I need to bash and get on with the review. Red Pale Blues by Maroon 5. Would you look at that album title? Would you look at that album cover? You know what they both have in common? They suck terribly bad. As a matter of fact, the title sucks worse than the Snapchat filters album cover that they chose for this. I don't know what kind of drugs they were on whenever they were choosing album titles and album covers. Anyways, if I had a worse title of an album list, this would probably go on it. Yeah, it's not good. You know this album's pretty bad when it has a bad album title and an even worse album cover. Snapchat filters. You know what? I might as well just use my thumbnail as a Snapchat filter. Anyways, let me give you a rundown of what I think about this band. Around 2002 to 2010, I think they were actually pretty good. Yeah, some of their songs were hit and miss, but they weren't the best thing in the world, but they weren't as bad as they are now. With albums such as Songs About Jane and It Won't Be Soon Before Long, and even the songs like Harder to Breathe, Makes Me Wonder, She Will Be Loved, Sunday Morning, Wake Up Call, and even from 2010's Hands All Over, which wasn't completely leaving the funk rock sound that they were known for and bringing a little bit of pop music. I feel like after the release of Moves Like Jagger, I can't stand that song. It's one of the most overplayed songs of especially our decade or generation. I feel like that's probably about the time that Maroon 5 were on the downhill slope. At least in my opinion. Now, going into this record, I was kind of hoping it would be a little bit better than what they've been releasing over the past 5-6 years, actually. Do we get it? I'm afraid not. It's pretty much following the same direction as V and Overexposed had done. Now, is it a little bit better than V, which is, in my opinion, probably their worst album to date? Because there are a couple good songs. Maps was a good lead-off single. I actually liked It Was Always You, and Animals wasn't that bad of a song. I kind of had an earworm whenever the chorus would come in for that song. But anyways, this album is a little bit better than V because V is kind of more all over the place. This one has a certain kind of vibe, and Adam Levine, the lead singer of this band, was going for more of kind of a R&B based sound. And yeah, I can kind of get it in the vocal department, and they do kind of bring the funk element that they are known for in this album a little bit, especially on lead-off single What Lovers Do, which features SZA. I think I'm pronouncing it right, SZA. If I'm not, my bad. Which I think wasn't a terrible song for the most part, but it wasn't something that was gonna think that, I thought Maroon 5 were actually gonna have a at least decent album. It wasn't something that was really standing out for me. Now, there are a couple standout moments on this record. I think the opening track, Best For You, is a pretty good song. I think Adam's voice is actually pretty good. I like the instrumentation of the bass, and it feels kind of minimal a little bit. Actually, some of these songs do feel a little bit minimal, especially on the track Whiskey. And Whiskey actually features A$AP Rocky, and I'm not a big A$AP Rocky fan, but I think this is actually a good part for him. But anyways, and I like the guitar work that flows through Best For You. And Help Me Out, which features Julia Michaels. If you don't know who she is, then you got issues. I'm just kidding. Julia Michaels was known for the song Issues, which was released earlier this year. It became a big hit. She's also worked with Linkin Park on their album before Chester had passed away, One More Light, which I look back at, and it's not... Looking back at it now, it's kind of sad to listen to, but at the same time, it's not as bad as the first time that I really listened to it. But anyways, back into this. There are some moments that I feel do not go well. Who I Am, which features Lunch Money Lewis, I'm not a big fan of that track, and especially whenever it gets to Lunch Money Lewis's part, because his verse is only like maybe like 10-20 seconds. That's all we get from him, and that's it. That's all we get. It was pointless to just even have him on the track, so I don't know. I don't know why they put him on there if they were just going to do that. But anyways, and then whenever it gets to the closing of the track, there's 2 songs on there called Girls Like You and Closure. I'll get to Closure in a minute because I got something I got to say about that. But Girls Like You, I do not like the vibe for that track. And also, I have to say that Closure ends the album, and it's over 11 minutes long. 11 minutes long in a pop album. Let me say that. It's not progressive rock. It's not alternative metal. Just straight up repetitive Islander kind of vibes that go throughout the song. And that's it. It's just really, really repetitive. So, as you can see, I'm not a big fan of this album. Is it as bad as I thought it was going to be? No. It's not terrible. But it's not good. Maroon 5, just make something decent. At least make some part of what made you popular in the early 2000s to maybe 2010. Make something stand out like that. That's the reason why I enjoy albums such as Songs About Jane up until Hands All Over. That's why I love those albums. They had something to them. As with this, for the most part, it's kind of bland. I'm not gonna lie. My rating for this is gonna be probably a 4 out of 10. I'm sorry if I mean to offend anyone, but this is just my opinion. So, thanks for watching. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, you can click right over here to see what I'm going to be doing next. If you would like to watch the previous video I did, you can click right over here to watch that. So, thank you for watching and hope to see you soon. Hope you enjoyed.